Everyone, so this is the summary of the poem Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer Day by William Shakespeare. So these are the important points. This sonnet was published in 1609. In this poem, the speaker admires the beauty of a young man to whom the poem is addressed. The speaker expresses his helplessness to find a suitable comparison to appreciate the beauty of this young man. The speaker talks about the shortcomings of the summer season and calls his friend to be more lovely and mild. So this is the text of the poem. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds to shake the darling birds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. So, when the poem opens, the speaker asks a question whether he should compare his friend with a summer day or not. Then he drops the idea of comparing his friend to summer season because he says that his friend is more lovely and mild as compared to the summer season. He further says that the winds are harsh during the summer season and these winds harm the newly budding flowers. Next reason that the speaker gives of not comparing his friend to the summer season, that summer lasts only for a short period of time. Even sun is too hot during the summer season and sometimes it looks dim when it is hidden behind the clouds. Next speaker praises the beauty of this young friend and calls his beauty to be eternal. He says that the earthly beauty is subjected to decline and this can happen either because of chance or by the rule of nature. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in its shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So, in these lines, speaker says that all the beautiful objects of nature fade with the passing of time, but the beauty of this young man will remain eternal and it is not going to fade with time. Next speaker says that even death won't be able to do any harm to this young man because he is immortal and eternal. Finally, the speaker says that he has made the beauty and the charm of this young man immortal by writing about him in this poem, because this poem is eternal as a work of art. It is never going to lose its meaning with the passing of time. Speaker says that his friend is going to live in the lines of poetry written by the speaker. As long as there is life on this earth, this poem will be read by people. So, with this poem, the speaker has made his friend immortal, and here the poem ends.